What is up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to my new podcast talk show about cryptocurrencies, where we ask Grok AI what are the recent updates on from various sources on crypto news. So I'll read through those. We're going to be jamming out. I'm going to be showing different data points that I think are interesting, possibly talk about a few different meme coins. This is not financial advice. This is just me spitting out my ideas and the knowledge that I've acquired since I started investing in this market. But yeah, anyways, I'll just be doing this maybe on the daily, maybe every other day, but we'll be using Grok AI, which is gathering its information from X, where a lot of people talk about crypto and make their decisions on investing. Everybody else gets their information from different sources, but the main source for a lot of the meme coiners is on X. So, without further ado, let's get into the news for today. Today, Bitcoin reached its new all-time high. Bitcoin surged nearly to $80,000. I think currently it's sitting around $81,000. Oh, still $80,000. Setting its new all-time highs. This significant price movement is attributed to various factors, including market sentiment post-US election, with President Trump's win seen as potentially creating a more crypto-friendly regulatory environment. So yeah, we are currently sitting on the bull phase of the market, so the crypto market. We had the boring past 2 years of just sideways action is what it seemed like, but actually crypto has had some pretty good gains if you've been holding. It has felt very boring though. So recently we had the halving, which usually pushes for Bitcoin's price to move forward after 6 months after the halving, and we're kind of around that time period. What is a halving, you may ask? So if you're not so familiar with Bitcoin, every 4 years the reward is cut in half. And later on in other videos we'll get deeper into that and how Bitcoin works and all that jazz. But anyways, currently, you are getting rewarded 3.2, I believe, Bitcoin from mining it. So, around roughly every 10 minutes, there's 3.2 Bitcoin being introduced into the network. And I just went on a tangent. Anyways, yes, President Trump is seen as potentially creating a more crypto-friendly regulatory environment. A lot of people were worried that with the current administration, if it were to continue, they were very anti-crypto, with Gary Gensler in the House or whatever, SEC chairman. We'll talk about that later. But anyways, yeah, so after the election, post-election, Bitcoin has risen now that Trump is in office. He has promised many things, such as making the U.S. a crypto capital of the world. He wants crypto to be mined, minted, and made here in the United States. Very pro-crypto. And as we all know, when Bitcoin rises, everything else rises. And what's second out of all the cryptocurrencies? Ethereum. So we have Ethereum's price surge today. Finally, Ethereum has been lagging. A lot of people were hating on Ethereum, jumping onto the Solana bandwagon train. So Ethereum finally made its price surge. Also seen as a notable increase, crossing significant price thresholds above 3,000. This surge is partially fueled by developments like Vitalik Buterin's exploration of info finance, suggesting Ethereum's potential integration blockchain with AI for factual insights. Interesting. We'll see more on that later in the future. So this ties back to the new president, regulatory changes, and anticipation. The cryptocurrency market reacted to the U.S. election with optimism, expecting regulatory clarity or changes that might favor digital assets, discussing around the possibility of a national Bitcoin reserve and the potential replacement of SEC Chairman Gary Gensler with a more crypto-friendly figure have been highlighted. So yes, Bitcoin is finally gonna fulfill its purpose for which many people wanted to happen. They want the United States to become a country backed not just by gold, the US dollar not just backed by gold, but also Bitcoin. So if the United States actually does this, many other countries will follow, and since Bitcoin is limited and the demand for Bitcoin will rise drastically, Bitcoin can't get printed out of thin air, so that will demand its price. That demand will bring its price up to the hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions. So Bitcoin spot ETF inflows, that's another big driving force recently for Bitcoin and its price. As BlackRock buys up all the Bitcoin, post-election Bitcoin spot ETFs have seen substantial inflows, with BlackRock alone accumulating over $1 billion in a single day, indicating strong institutional interest and confidence in Bitcoin's value as an investment asset. Many other corporations will follow. We have BlackRock buying all the Bitcoin, setting the example. We see MicroStrategy having its very high stock price due to its Bitcoin strategy. So maybe a lot of other corporations will learn from them and start adding Bitcoin to its balance sheet along with other countries. So we can see the price of Bitcoin going up, but you're here to make money, so a lot of people see Bitcoin out of reach. We can learn together and see what investments we can make in the cryptocurrency field and make some quick profits in this bull run. So this Bitcoin spot ETF inflow ties with some other news that I remembered about. Microsoft. So Microsoft had a proposal, knows the assessment investigation in Bitcoin. So they put forward by the National Center of Public Policy Research. It argues for Bitcoin as an inflation hedge, suggesting that Microsoft should consider at least a 1% allocation of its total assets to Bitcoin. So the board stance has recommended that shareholders vote against this proposal, but their reasoning includes concerns over Bitcoin's volatility and the assertion of that Microsoft already evaluates a range of assets, including cryptocurrencies, in its investment strategy. So we're still waiting on what the board argues, what the board decides, if they're going to hold that 1% on their balance sheet. So the market sentiment currently is strong, and despite Bitcoin's price surge, there's a mix of caution and optimism among traders. Some posts on X, formerly Twitter, suggest that while Bitcoin hit high marks, there are signs of market manipulation or cautious trading behaviors like Spoof City, where traders might be creating false market signals. So if you're new to crypto and you're buying into meme coins and you see this new meme coin come up, and be wary, do not FOMO in. FOMO means fear of missing out. A lot of people do that, buy a crypto, and they get dumped on. They get swept. So let's look at some interesting data I like to look at. This is the mempool space, mempool.space, where you can have a live physical view of the Bitcoin blockchain. This website has a lot of good information on Bitcoin and what is mempool, what is a blockchain, what is mining. A lot of people get confused on what mining is. What are mining pools? So I highly recommend this website. Get a little more information on what Bitcoin is. We can go through this real fast. This is currently the transactions on the current network that are waiting to be verified. So there's thousands and thousands of computers around the world verifying all these transactions that people are making and organizing them into this block. So if I make a transaction on the Bitcoin network right now, let me go back to the website. If I make a Bitcoin transaction right now on their network, on the Bitcoin blockchain, get it? These are the blocks, and this is a chain. So my transaction will go into the queue. This is a queue of blocks right here. I will go back here, but if I pay a higher fee, I'll get brought up to this block, which is currently being worked on by all the miners, all the computers around the world verifying transactions. And as you can see here, this block and all the blocks, these little blocks are transactions. Here, this person sent Oh, that went through. So this person right here paid a $58 fee to move some Bitcoin. The bigger the block, the bigger the fee, I'm guessing. These are all transactions inside of this block. So all the miners around the world are organizing these blocks, hashing it out into a different order. And once it hits this exact order, it gets awarded the Bitcoin blockchain. It gets awarded the ability to be stamped onto the history of all transactions, for which you can look at here. And currently we are at block height. These are the block heights right here. 869,780. Roughly every 10 minutes, transactions are verified and stamped onto the blockchain. So if you click on a block, you can view what a miner is rewarded for that. So here we have a pool. People pooling together all their computers to mine cryptocurrency, and they share the rewards together. So here we have what this block reward is. A block reward of 3.21 Bitcoin, which is roughly worth around $258,000 with today's current Bitcoin price. They made $6,000 off fees and blah blah blah. But anyways, what I wanted to look at, you can look at that, do your own research at your own time. We want to look at, I just wanted to share this interesting graph over here. Where is it at? So the Bitcoin networks hash rate and difficulty level. Alright, we're looking at hash rate. These are the miners on the network. The amount of miners in the Bitcoin network putting their computers to work on verifying transactions. As we can see, we are also at an all-time high with hash rate. The more people putting their computers to work, the stronger the network is, the more unhackable it is. It is impossible to hack Bitcoin. So yeah, I just wanted to share that graph with you there. As you can see, the difficulty is adjusted. The higher the hash rate, the difficulty gets adjusted so that the mining time roughly stays around 10 minutes. Roughly every 10 minutes, a new Bitcoin block is stamped onto the network. So that's just a little quick lesson there. I also wanted to share this graph. We have crypto exchanges. Crypto exchanges, miners sell their Bitcoin that they mine to an exchange, and a person like you, like me, like your father, like your mother, like your brother, like your cousins go out to a crypto exchange and they sell you the Bitcoin that they bought from miners to you, and then you hold it on their exchange or you send it to your personal wallet. But anyways, this is also another interesting graph here. The Bitcoin balance, the balance that exchanges have of Bitcoin on their exchange is very low, which is a good thing, kind of. It's a good thing because that means Bitcoin is getting more scarce. And when Bitcoin is scarce, the price goes up, the demand goes up. The demand is high, the price goes up. And more Bitcoin cannot just be printed out of thin air. Why? Because it needs to be mined. Real electricity needs to go into the network, and people need to put more computers to work, and it gets more and more difficult and harder to make, harder to create. So the more demand for energy, the higher the energy costs are. So it's just a full loop thing where its price is destined to go up forever. This is another graph from CoinGlass. They have a lot of good data here. We have the Bitcoin monthly returns. I love looking at this graph because history tends to rhyme. So currently here, 2018 looks like it was a bad year. This is what we call a bear market, where the price is just bad. It goes down, people aren't making money, people are selling, there's a lot of fear in the markets, people think crypto is done, But we can see what happened around COVID time. We started getting we had in 2019 a 34% gain, which is kind of what kicked off the Bitcoin bull run here. 34%, 52%, 26%. Then we had a few red months, 10%, just loading up there, 29% gain and 34% gain. And then you get into these months here where you have 34. So yeah, currently we are sitting in 2024 when you have a green September, green October, green November. In the past, green September, October, November. Historically, December is also green. As we can see, the same thing here, 2016, October of 2017, green October, green November, green December. We can see the similar pattern here in 2020. We had this pattern last year, 2023, green September, October, November, January, February, March. That is 7 months of green for cryptocurrency. Then we had this boring green period right now. And now we're back to the green September, October. So November and December, according to the rhyming history, December should be green. And it looks like the months after this are usually red. So we'll see how it looks on these upcoming months, but this month should end in green, along with next month should end in green. That is not financial advice. Let's look at other cryptos. So when Bitcoin goes up in price, the whole market tends to follow. Bitcoin dominance is at an all-time high, which means that Bitcoin is a crypto that's mainly moving the rest of the market. Everything rhymes with Bitcoin, but we're going to reach a point where Ethereum, Solana start to make their own moves. A lot of other utility tokens, layer 1 tokens. Bitcoin is a layer 1 token. It runs off its own network. It works on its network. It's its own network. It's its own protocol. Ethereum is a layer 1. Pepe works on top of the Ethereum network. So if Ethereum goes up, Pepe will tend to go up in price. Dogecoin is a layer 1. It is exactly like Bitcoin, except you are sending more data throughput through its network. Anyways, let's look at Bitcoin. The Bitcoin price. The Bitcoin price, 1 month here. We're looking at the 1 month price. Just a month ago, we were down at 62K. 62K, that boring sideways price movement for a year. 73, 69, 63, 60, 62, 69. Just this up and down, consolidating movement, a lot of news. Everybody not so sure what's going to happen with the future of cryptocurrency, the outlook of the US government with crypto, just many things going on, the German government selling, and just on and on and on. That's what it looked like, just a nice, boring period. People loading up, people buying, people selling, people not so sure. But now there seems to be a little more clarity on the future of currency. We see here election day, November 5, and what happened right after? You get a big price surge to 74K, and now we are sitting at 80K. There is going to be a correction. Maybe you'll hover around this boring area again for like 5 months. Not 5 months, like 2 weeks. And then in December, pick back up to 100K. We don't know. There can be a correction. There's always a correction when things goes up, but Bitcoin is Bitcoin and it does what it wants. So we'll see what happens. And how can you make money? Maybe that's why you guys are here. How can you make money off of this? Well, you can put in $100 in new Bitcoin and it will go up to 90K, and you can make around, what is that, like $20? I'm not sure. Or you can go into something a little more riskier. So here we're looking at CoinMarketCap. You have your top trending coins. You have your trending on DexScan. And yeah, so what do I recommend? I'm not a financial advisor, but Ethereum, Solana, Dogecoin, those are all decent buys. Dogecoin, you got Elon Musk saying he's going to start the Doge department within the government, Department of Government Efficiency. So that will naturally drive its price up. And he wants to make Twitter or X the everything app. That also includes finance. And he's always been a big promoter of Dogecoin. He likes Dogecoin. So he might incorporate that as a tipping service within the app. Who knows? So Dogecoin is one of those original meme coins. It's a layer 1. It's different than the rest because it's a layer 1. It's proving through time again that it's here to stay. Dogecoin is here to stay. And what is another meme coin that has proven itself here to stay, that has been pumping in the depths of the bear market, that has survived through time? Well, that's Pepe. On the Ethereum blockchain, we have Pepe, a layer 2 meme coin. So let's take a look at Pepe. Pepe, what are possible catalysts for Pepe? Well, we have a possible Coinbase listing here in the US. Robinhood has listed Pepe in the EU, but not in the US, which is strange. But those two factors there, those two domino effect falls, whatever you want to call it, can push Pepe to new all-time highs. So if you look at its all-time graph, you have this initial pump on 4/28, 2023. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. What was Bitcoin doing at that time? 4/8/2023. 4/8/2023. Wow, look at that. That's when Bitcoin was around 29K in the bear market. We see Pepe make this push, this little pump. There was a period of just boringness, and then another pump. And now we are currently sitting at whatever that number is there, percentage of gains. But anyways, we're looking at the year here, which is an 812% gain. So as I was saying, this might be a good investment, not financial advice. This is more of a secure cryptocurrency. You can look at the market sentiment, 87% bullish. So people are basically just waiting for Coinbase and Robinhood to list, and even without them, Pepe has reached a market cap of $5.21 billion. So it's already doing its good. It's going to go up in price with the rest of the market. It's safer than those other pump and dump meme coins, but you also have the possibility of Coinbase and Robinhood listing here in the US. So that's those are two meme coins that are possibly good investments here and for near-term gains, Dogecoin and Pepe. And then I've seen a lot of subliminal message news on Sui. Maybe we can look at that another day. Avalanche is another cryptocurrency that many people might be looking at. XRP, Cardano, so maybe in the future we can take a deeper look at all these cryptocurrencies. Just in Bitcoin 81K 5 hours ago. Another currency that came up over the weekend was Peanut on Sol. So this is a Solana based cryptocurrency. If you guys want videos on how to swap cryptocurrencies, just let me know. It's pretty simple. The swapping for meme coins that are off exchanges is a practice that many people do for massive gains before cryptos are listed on exchanges. It's just very difficult to know what crypto will do that, since there are millions, thousands of cryptocurrencies. So Peanut was a squirrel that was murdered by the city of New York City, and a meme coin is made out of it. It was politicized by Elon Musk, and someone made a meme coin off of that poor little squirrel, and it initially did very well, crashed for a little bit. Election time came. Elon Musk retweeted a picture of a peanut squirrel, or soul symbol, ticker symbol of some art, and the rest is history. We hit a new all-time high, and people are basically just waiting for this to go off with a BNB exchange, Binance exchange listing. So if that occurs, we can see Peanut go up to possibly 100, 200% gains. Yeah. We'll also take a look here at Mudane, another meme coin that's already listed on crypto.com along with Binance. But we could see what happened to this token when it was listed on Binance. An explosive move here. An explosive, very explosive move here. I wish I could see that's a 116% increase rate wick. And we have another wick of 13%. Another wick of 29%, so that's around 100 and what was this at again? 106. So around 150% gain. So let's say you buy some of this Peanut token within listing, and this graph is just primed to boom. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm bad at reading graphs and technical analysis. I'm more of a news person, but anywho, that is it for today's video. Just randomly talking about cryptocurrencies. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any ideas, if you want any walkthroughs on how to swap, how to download an exchange or whatever, what is cryptocurrency, what is Bitcoin, how it works, blah blah blah, just comment below. So thank you for tuning in.